built the car initially because I knew I wanted to do autocross. And I know I want to do autocross because autocross is a low cost of entry, great driver experience. But ultimately, I've always wanted to do track stuff as well. You know, like I want to build an autocross car, and I want to do that, and I want to be a good driver because I don't want to go on track and just go careening off to the side. And I realized that the cost of an open track day can be significant. So I figured autocross is a great forge to get the car in, get used to it, iron out all the kinks, which I'm still doing. It's been 3 years now since the car was originally put together, constantly just fixing little things as they go wrong. This winter was a major upgrade, so we did Xidas. So it's got that suspension in it, which is really, really nice. We upgraded to the Koenig 9.5s, running the Maxxis 245s, which I'm really, really fond of. So I did the suspension, we did the wheels, the tires. We also added the splitter with running the Napp Motorsports prototype splitter mounts. And they've been running very well. They've been off course, not by me yet, I'm due. A couple others have put it into the weeds, and it's been holding up great. At this point, it's easier to say what hasn't been touched in the car. What's left stock and completely untouched is basically the trans and alternator power steering. The engine has been out, fully rebuilt. I bought the car as a roller, and the engine was in pieces. And I made that my project because I really wanted to expand my knowledge of cars. I've always wanted to be that guy that could build a motor. As I started building it, it was so easy to find resources for information. You know, it's like, well, I want to do this, and you know, there's 5 different people telling you how to build it. It's got pistons, it's got race bearings, fully machined block, rebuilt head. The whole top end's been rebuilt. It's still factory cams and springs, but that's all new, all replaced. The turbo's been fully replaced. The turbo that came with the car blew up on the dyno, and I had the experience of going to Garrett in Auburn. There's a Garrett warehouse, and they rebuilt it and made me feel really small with my little turbo, and they've got turbos like that. So it's really cool. It's been a really cool experience, the whole building of the car, and what I've learned from it is just amazing.
I love me some turbo Miata. So this is my personal first time being in a purpose-built Miata. I mean, this is pretty much as race car as you can get. And I gotta say, this thing's easy to drive. Man, unlike those other cars, I immediately have all the confidence in the world in this thing. It seems super manageable. I've got a ton of tire. Race car? Race car. You can turbo chirp whenever you want. Yeah. Yep. Oh, come on. All this horsepower and no place to giddy up. I'm surprised. This might be the most fun I've had in any of the Miatas so far. Interesting. It really shoves at 5. Like, it's a surge. There's no like wham bam thank you ma'am at the beginning, kind of like Joe's, really gives you that initial bite. But right around 5,000 RPM, it really sets you back. The ride of this car with these Xidas, oh my god, less shakes and rattles than my car. I mean, he's done a great job with putting this thing together. I gotta hand it to him. This thing is dialed. I've got way too many noises coming from my car. This thing is silent. 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 Until you put your foot in it. And then it's not silent.
Familiar with this car. I've autocrossed it for the last 2 years. This is like the first turbo Miata that I've consistently driven. While it looks totally race car, on the Xidas, I could drive this thing forever. It's more comfortable than my car, with leather seats, radio, all that jazz. He's making around 200 horsepower. It's actually very close to the K Miata, power and torque wise. Not entirely sure on the torque number. I'll ask him. We'll throw it up here. But it makes the noises that we all want and love so much. That lip is huge, the Blackbird Fatworks swing is huge, and combined on course, the downforce is unbelievable. Like this compared to the same car without those, night and day difference. Full 3-inch exhaust, and because of our favorite muffler, a turbo, it's very quiet. A little second gear pull. Let's get on the expressway here. This still has some lag, but nothing like, big turbo, Brian's car. And having driven it enough at autocross, I know to account for it and when it's going to kick in. So it's very drivable. I would feel totally comfortable driving this thing at Pineview and trying to push it to 10 tenths. Not that I can do 10 tenths very well, but I'd feel comfortable trying. Besides my own, this is definitely the Miata that I have the most seat time and driving experience with. And everything that Joe does to it just makes it so much better. It's really cool to have watched it develop over the last couple of years.
So that is a wrap on today's episode. Thanks a lot for having us out and driving the car.
My pleasure.
It was a pleasant surprise for me. Not that I had like low expectations or anything, but I'm thinking, race car, loud noises, a lot of vibration, hard to drive. Nothing could be further from the truth. Less noise than my car, better ride than my car, and very manageable. Super confidence inspiring. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super familiar with the car because I've been driving it for like the last 2 years and helping him with the development of it. But every time the car shows up at my house, it is better than the last time it left. And
yes.
So over 2 years, that's a lot. The biggest improvement is definitely the Xidas.
Yes.
Over the Flying Miata garbage coilovers. I mean, the Xidas are incredible. Like, I want some now for my car.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's official too. Up until this point, Olin's were the best thing that I've been on, but at least on the road, I have no idea what it's like on the track, but on the road, they're better.
Yeah.
The Xidas are better than my Olin's for sure.
Yeah. Softer. They go softer.
Yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't get over it. I was just sitting there like smiling, like what?
Yeah. Railroad tracks, you're just like...
Yeah.
We did not dial it down for softness.
Right, this is still on race
settings. Yeah, that's right. It's still on race settings.
Yes, that is all
It
across.
just blows my mind. So yeah, and then the other thing was there's a little issue that you're experiencing with seeing your tablet.
Yes, so I have the tablet and it runs to Shadowdash, but I can't see it in direct light. So if anybody watching the video goes, hey, I have this slick setup, I'm very open to that. I am looking for something I can see in direct light because I don't want to run a hard top.
Yeah, you have no hard top, no soft top, so you just need to be able to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have any ideas, let us know below, comment, and if you like the video, as always, subscribe, stay tuned. We got more stuff coming out.
Sounds good. Like and comment.
I'm sure my neighbors love 9:30 in the morning pulls.
All right, for everybody out there, Turbo Miatas are the shit. Much good. This might be my favorite.
Joe, if you ever want to sell me this car, let